That's what's
Tudu,
up.
Tudu, please hold on. Malamese gave a very brilliant recommendation for
All
our
right,
people.
real quick before we
I
go to
hope
main
his handlers
PO's
are
main chick.
listening. Tell him to sell his private jet. If he truly cares about Nigerians, sell his private jet. There are at least 10 million out of school children in the north. That money from that private jet, maybe 20 million dollars. I don't know how what's it called? New the jet is, but maybe $20 million or $5 million. That's enough to at least pull some kids out of the streets of the north, even in Adamawa State where he is from. It is a very good recommendation. We saw Peter Obi today
Indeed.
go to this university. What's the name of the university now? I don't know why I forgot. And donated 30 million naira today
Mm.
to fund education. Every day he does that. That is what you should be doing if you truly care about Nigeria and you want Nigeria to work. Tudu, go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Well said, guys. Let's move the mic very quickly. Thank you, guys. PO's main chick, welcome. You're next.
Good evening, everyone. I think this university I went today, they had serious network issues, so it followed me down to my house. Good evening, everyone. I'm just here for an announcement. I've not been really active lately. I don't know what's been going on. I've just been hearing Bolaji this, and I think I will read through later. Please, if you're in Falga, Port Harcourt local government area, ADC Falga meeting is on Wednesday by 3 p.m. Please do us send me a message so I can send you the location so that our clamor for Peter will be or nothing will be inside the party. I believe strongly when we do our things visibly in the party. So I know, yeah, because I noticed some, meetings, ESCO meetings. I don't even know when they form the ESCO because I've been in that group like early this month, and I don't know. They even said women ESCO meeting, and I was surprised when they were doing all those meetings. I had to call and be like, when did all those meetings start and why did people tell me? But nevertheless, let's try to attend the one that is coming up for the local government so that whatever decisions and actions that are going to take place there will be right in the party. Meanwhile, PVC registration and ADC registration is still on. Please let us register as many people as possible so that when we are making all this noise, they'll be seeing the effects positively. I know our noise is actually strong and our effects are actually strong. They will see it more and more. Please, if you're going for the meeting, don't go alone. Go with somebody. Go with two persons at minimum. Call your friends. Tell them that this is going on. They should try to make themselves available. So when they see the Peter Obi's force and who are you coming for? You're representing Peter Obi. You're speaking on behalf of the movement. You're speaking on behalf of Peter Obi as though he is present. They will know that there is no space for any vice presidential candidate or there is no space to sideline us because we make the moves here in this party. Thank you very much and do have a wonderful day.
PO's main chick, thank you so much for all that you do. Yeah, you're very correct. You got to do things from the inside. All of it has to come together. Well said. Thank you. So, before we go to the next person, Jagun, the sauce, the extra sauce I wanted to put on your enchilada is that um so all of you that are saying that is a placeholder, all that stuff, dead the argument. So you get just dead it. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. There's nothing like that. Just dead it. That man is pursuing his own ambition. Yeah, according to my source. That man is on a solo mission. He has uh, he has left the kingdom. Paul, the apostle, said, "For Demas has abandoned me." He's attending to other matters. For those who are familiar with scripture, Paul and
Tudu, please quote down where he said, if they were for us, they will not leave us. Because we are not for. Quote that one. Quote that
I love
one.
what you want.
Now that one now I want. Leave Dimas. Quote that one.
I love that Dimas one though. It's a very funny story, and I think it's applicable to what we're discussing. But I'll quote that one in First John. So the Demas one, Paul is going on the second missionary journey, which is very pertinent to the conversation we're having, guys. But the first time they went, Demas. Okay, Demas. Sorry, I'm mixing up the stories now. John Mark is what I want to say. So John Mark was the cousin of Barnabas. Stay with us, guys. For those who are not familiar with church things and Bible things, so you heard of that rift that happened between Barnabas and Paul. You guys have heard about it. You know, where they fought and argued, and they went their separate ways. It was because the first time they went together on the journey, they went with John Mark, and John Mark is related to Barnabas. So the second time they went, Paul said no, he doesn't want the guy to follow them because apparently the guy was, having other ideas and doing other things the first time. And Barnabas said, no, this guy is my cousin, is coming with us. And Paul said no, and they fought bitterly, and they had to separate. Even though these two, they went way back, they started together. But the other one you want me to quote is where he says, they left us because they were not of us. Because if they had been part of us, they would not have left us. So now that they have left us, it is very evident that they were never part of us. So the guy was just going around in circles saying the same thing over and over. But on a serious note, the bottom line is that all of you that are saying something placeholder, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. That is not. So there's so many things I heard about that. I don't think it's okay to share. But don't let all that bravado fool you. Yeah, that is a front. Don't let it fool you. But there's no placeholder agreement. It doesn't exist. And yeah, he's pursuing his own ambition. It is as simple as that. All right? Jagun, I hope that is very saucy enough for you.
Well, I don't do sourcing anymore. I'm a landlord now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for those who might be nursing the ambition. So, which means we are all in the coalition. And that dovetails what P.O. Mainstreet just said. Let's not act like, for those of you that say, if this doesn't go P.O.'s way, you can go. No. We are here. This is our coalition. We are inside.
He said, we have planted our roots.
Yeah.
We are going nowhere.
Yeah.
I said it.
Yeah.
Enough is enough. We are going nowhere.
This is our home. And just like P.O. Mainstreet was saying, we go in there, we organize, we mobilize, we register, we become members. Who has been collapsing their movement into ADC? Who has been bringing all these people into ADC? I want you guys to think about that, right? They are afraid of us. They are afraid of obedience. They are afraid of obedient movement. And we can see it. So all these games that are playing, broken website, broken link, this one is fake, that one is fake, is for all of those excuses. And the man himself openly acknowledged that it was when PO formally joined, well, if we're going to use that language, on the 31st, they saw a massive upsurge in number registration. Now, you can lie and say that was what broke your whatever, but it is a fact that Obedience own the shit. Obedience are taking over the coalition. Obedience run the coalition, right, at all levels. At all levels. Because we have a strong, solid base. In fact, a lot of more people are still going to come in from other parties on the back of PO in the coalition. Whereas the other people, they don't have shit. They have jack shit. They don't have nothing, right? And they miscalculated bigly, to use to sound like Trump. They miscalculated bigly. But we are here. We're not leaving. We're here to stay. It is our coalition. All those people out there that are saying if Obedience cannot do something that will leave the coalition, if Obedience are going to be, they are clueless. They are rabble rousers. They don't know shit. They don't know what they're saying. Like, we will chase you out. It's not the other way around. So anyways, I just wanted to share that special sauce.
So you say Obedience are the original landlords of
We are
ADC, the
the
original land.
yeah, we got the lease, we got everything. We're the original landlords. We are the one that will sign and evict you if you misbehave, and if you need a tax document to file your taxes and do your 500K max rent deduction according to Taiwo, we can give you the paperwork to.
So everybody else are tenants, yeah?
Yeah, they're all tenants. We own this shit. That's what it means. All
They're
right.
living in the boys' quarter. They're living in the boys' quarter.
They're all noisemakers. Don't mind them. They're all noisemakers. They don't know anything. They don't know anything. But thank you to all the people that are organizing on the ground. If you're on this space, I respect you and I salute you. Pio Menchik, you are the champ. Thank you. You're a true soldier. All right. Let's continue. Should we go to Greg, Dr. O? I think we should. Greg Amadi.
Yeah, Greg is supposed to be the aperitif.
Yeah. Is there plaintiff? They are who? I didn't get the word.
Oh, the aperitif. The aperitif.
Okay. All right. So, Greg Amadi, ab initio, ipso facto, de facto, de jure, all of the above. Jump in.
Am I
Welcome.
audible?
Very, very, sir.
Okay.
Very, very, my learned colleague. Welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so mine would just basically be a synopsis of my thought lines, touching on the thematic area around which the conversation is strewn, which is putting out my thought lines very concisely. I would rather want to narrate what experientially happened yesterday whilst driving from Asukoro to my place of residence in Gariki. So just yesterday after church, I wanted to stop by Hitch Medics. For those who stay around Abuja, there's a Hitch Medics at that AYE as though you're headed into Asukoro. Yakubu Gowon's way. I wanted to just stop by and get some groceries, and whilst I was trying to alight for my vehicle, about 3 guys who were station politically, that is, I overheard one of them say, the only way, this is where his exact word, and I say this under the Almighty God, my life. The guy said, and I eavesdropped on the conversation. There were actually 3. He said, the only way, and my assumption is the ADC would win is if it is Atiku Obi. This is not my own conversation. This is
Sorry, who is having the conversation? The devil and my
the same thing I heard
Oh.
yesterday in Port Harcourt, immediately after church. Somebody said that if these guys can give us Peter Obi and a strong northerner, like say Kwankwas or Tambua, that we are good to go. I swear, like yesterday after church in Port
Okay,
Harcourt, Rumokoro to be
fine.
precise.
That,
For those
can
of
I
you
have
pure
my
mention, you
time?
should know Rumokoro, that flyover. That's where my
Can I
church
have my
is.
time?
Like immediately I think of church.
Can I have my
No,
time?
Rumokoro, that flyover, that's where my church is. Opposite Fidelity Bank. That, like
Can
you
I
see
have my
the express leading to Bayelsa.
Are you sure it's
Malam?
not
Can I
Very
have my
sincere.
time?
Yeah.
Malam, can I have my time?
No, joke apart.
Malam,
Place. I know
thank you.
Rumokoro. I know the place.
Malam,
Yes,
thank
so
you. I know
if you see,
Rumokoro too.
if you see
Malam,
those,
thank
I
you.
believe for Abuluma.
so
Malam,
there is
Malam.
a
Don't
there is
do
a place they're
Malam,
selling
calm
newspaper
down.
there.
Malam, wait.
That
Malam,
newspaper
wait.
stand. Hold on now. Sorry, I'm sorry. You continue. That newspaper stand. They normally argue. I almost recorded it and sent it to our. They were arguing that if these people are very serious, that P2B won River State, they were like, hey, this man won his region. And then won another region, but Atiku won just one region, his region. They are saying this man just
Malam, you would
hit
rather have me
a
have
strong
my
one.
time. Malam, you would rather have me have my time, please.
No,
You don't
I'm
do
just
this.
saying what I saw yesterday.
Hold on,
Greg,
You
when I
don't
was
need to
Greg.
driving.
beg. You don't.
Malam,
You
Malam,
don't.
it's okay. Malam, thank you.
You
Greg,
don't do
hold on.
that.
Greg, hold on. Please, I'm advocating for you here.
But it was just
Then,
a breaking news. A breaking news.
No, you don't. You would
Um,
have me. You would have me chronicle my thoughts, and then you could do
you
your reporters. You don't do
will.
this.
I am
And you will have
It's
me
advocating
juvenile.
for
unscrewed.
you.
You will
I
have
am
me
Oh, now they are
unscrewed.
It's
The truth. You
juvenile.
will have me unscrewed.
Oh wait,
Guys,
guys, don't
calm down.
provoke Greg now.
Guys,
You
calm down.
begin to use those big
Guys, calm
words.
down. Exactly. I am Leviticusing for you before you talk about chronicling your thoughts. Please, calm down. You will speak. So, guys, allow Mr. Greg to Leviticus. Thank you. Greg, go ahead. Are you there? Double on mute. It's a glitch.
There is everything wrong with this pattern of not having people rhapsodize their thought lines, and then people just go haywire.
The problem
Intolerant,
is the
intolerant.
co-host was advocating for
You would
you.
have, you would
You
have
are
me the
still
mic.
going back on the conversation. The co-host was
You can,
advocating for
you would
you,
have
and I
me.
was
No,
even
you would
begging
have me
Malam to
the
allow you
mic.
to speak. So
No, you would
continue.
have
Stop
me the
doing
mic.
this.
No, it is erroneous. Please, it's not courtesy.
Hey, Greg.
It's not
It's
courtesy.
not a force
Let
that you
let
speak.
him learn.
It's not a force that
So
you speak.
if it is
Don't
not a
come and bamboozle here.
if it's not a force, listen. If it's not a force that I would speak,
All
then
right,
you will
all
say
right,
this is
all
a
right, all right, guys, all right. Greg, Doctor O already, mitigated the matter and settled it.
Tire you.
Just move into your submission and let us drive so that those big grammars don't fly.
Exactly.
no, it's not
Hold on.
about
Greg, you are a
intervention.
lawyer.
Wait
You
now,
are a lawyer.
wait.
Greg, you are a lawyer. Police has discharged your clients. Now you are arguing and asking why did they arrest your client in the first place? Your client has been told to go home. So, Greg, please chronicle your thoughts. Your story.
Greg,
Go ahead.
for the sanity of the attached platforms that are listening in, please just drive your thoughts, please, and let us leave all of the attaches.
No, I'm not doing the after chase. I am saying
Excuse me,
what
something
Malam
happened
had
here on this
done
day
was
when I
to be
was coming back
straightforward.
from the shop. Something happened when I was
I
coming back
indulge
from the
you,
shop yesterday.
I
No,
indulge
something
you,
happened yesterday. I must speak my mind. Something happened yesterday.
You just heard me say for the sanity of those
please now.
platforms.
There are people listening on other platforms.
I
Please
just
allow
said
him
this
to
just a
speak.
few seconds ago.
Exactly. You guys should allow him to speak, please. Greg, go ahead. Double unmute your mic. Thank you. When he's done, anybody that wants to speak, that wants to respond to him, respond to him. Please. Greg, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, so this is it. And this is not to dwell on this, right? I am not saying there shouldn't be any interjections occasionally. I'm saying there are interjections that are cynical, that tends to undermine what is being said. And that's what the other guy did. He was trying to undermine and probably put me out as being Luciferous or disingenuously contriving of the scenario that I narrated. That was what he did. The cynicism of wanting to the cynicism of wanting to portray a disingenuous attempt
of
to
Lucifer, I bind you in the mighty name of Jesus.
anyways.
Greg,
So clearly that conversation I did eavesdrop on. And I am sure a few persons down the line hold that conversation. And there are those who do not. Now, the exactitude for which I opted to reference that scenario yesterday, it's not basically to be exhibitionistic in wanting to rapidly portray anybody as the one befitting of clinching the ADC's presidential ticket. No, that's not the intendment. That's not the altruistic motive behind my chronicling that. The essentiality around that, the essentiality around my chronicling that kind of scenario that played out yesterday was basically because I wanted to emphatically speak to our recognition that there is no way you would want to prosecute the onslaught against a monstrous party like the APC solo. You can't do it all by yourself. And Amici cannot without the potpourri of the mass of other party honchos in the ADC ecosystem. It's the same way the AMAC candidate cannot do it all by himself, just having people parroting obedience. You need a potpourri of people who are not even synchronous with his aspirations, people who would have binds with his aspirations. Obedience can't give him all the victory he would need in sometime in February or so this year. You will need a mass of variegation of people ramping up around your candidacy to give you victory. That is the essentiality around which I referenced what happened yesterday, that we will need each other to prosecute a war that would give us victory. And Atiku cannot. And I need to say this, he cannot pull the strings in exclusion of the Obis, the Amichis, the El-Rufais. He would fail woefully and will be back here ululating, and then of course riling up in enragement, how that we were rigged out, how that the party was in squabbles. We will be here because the figures had suggested to you when you did it exclusively in 2023. You saw how it went. Whether you believe or not that the elections, however contrived and falsified the results were, running with data as reeled out as by INEC, the votes was dichotomous between two divides, the Atikus and the Obis, who had 6-6. Assuming but not considering the data so reeled out is indeed, which in fact is not. Let's assume but not concede. Let's articulate the entirety of cynical suspicion that the results were not falsified and say, okay, this is the result. If we had clogged up arithmetically, that's 6 million to 6 million, that's 12 million. Tinubu, as monstrous, devious, and pernicious as his government represents, would have been trounced and flogged resoundingly in 2023. So the division had suggested to you, or should suggest to you, in Renaissance, that you cannot inextricably pull the strings. You will need an Obi. That's why I keep telling people who are blubbering about that Obi should leave the party. If he isn't going to deputize and leave, I laugh at their foolery, because you're basically saying that you'll be back here to replicate 2023. Because whether you like it or not, there are people who cheerleads the candidacy of an Obi and believe very fanatically in his candidacy to anything else. So you can't, no matter how insignificant, number metrics must be a factor. It's about numbers. You can prognosticate your failure, impending failure, with the numbers that you have. If you're competing if you have a context at hand. So when you come here and keep blubbering, probably in foolery, that an article or an OB must be trashed, and whoever it is that must take the place must be who I prefer. You're basically just saying that I want to.
All right,
I want to
all
fail.
right.
Okay.
I'm joining. Can I do closure?
No,
Let
this
me
is
just
Jack.
ask
This is
Greg.
Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, let me ask Greg
No,
a question.
Mr. Goss,
Real
please
quick,
hold on.
guys.
Mr. Goss.
Real quick, guys.
Everybody,
Just
wait,
hold on.
learning
1 minute.
colleague now. Learning colleague.
1
hold
minute.
on.
Yeah.
You are
I
a
want to
star,
ask my learned
obviously.
colleague a question in a minute, though. Without ululating, my brother, do you think that the
Yeah.
obedience is
Ulugiri.
without
Jesus! My head is spinning on this
Amen. Amen. Amen.
guys, calm down.
Oh my God,
Without ululating,
Ogini
guys,
Kwanu. Drink water, drop cup.
Ululeti.
let me ask my question, please. Without ululating, my brother Greg, are you saying this obedient movement that is so organic as minority? Because you mentioned even though they are even though as a minority, their position needs to be respected. Do you think that this movement, as vibrant, and spread, with the spread is a minority.
Okay, so he should add this question. Before you say, add this question. Since you've made the case that Atiku and Obi on the ticket is going to be a short victory for the election, you're saying that it's okay, as Peter Obi as the landlord of the house, with Atiku as the vice presidential candidate on that ticket, with Peter Obi as the presidential candidate, and Atiku as the vice president, is going to be a short victory to defeat, because you cannot have the landlord be the tenant, because the landlord is already there as a landlord. It's only right for whoever is coming in for a house that the landlord built to be the tenant. So are you saying that it will be a sure victory for you to have Obi as a landlord, Atiku as a tenant, to go and get that victory from Tinubu? Is that what you mean?
All right, so let me speak constitutionally with respect to the question you asked. I'll begin with the second
Everybody know
question,
that Atiku cannot go the second time. Stop this constitution of a team. Atiku is a DG. He cannot be VP. He should be the
Malam,
director
please
general,
now.
the campaign director
Malam,
general.
Malam,
Our
Malam, you are
constitution
please.
said he cannot be VP
Malam, you are
twice.
No closure here. No closure. No
Malam, please now.
Malam, you are
no closure.
I want me to do my closure. I want to do a closure.
Malam, please.
Please,
Malam,
as I do my closure,
Malam, please.
Malam,
Atiku
now
cannot be
you are
VP twice.
Malam,
for the
please.
Atiku cannot
sanity
be
of our
VP twice.
listeners. For the
Malam.
sanity of the listeners,
Malam, please. There are listeners on other platform. Allow the young man to have his closure. Please.
Let us barricade this ululating.
All right, Greg Ofalos, ipso facto. Continue.
Greg, is a glitch. Double unmute. It's a glitch. Double unmute your mic.
Okay, so let's be clear. An Atiku cannot be vice.
We already know now. This is the constitution. What are you saying? We already know.
Oh my God. Please now, Malam. Please.
No, Malam, now you are being nefarious and mischievous.
Chaotic as well. You are being chaotically nefarious and mischievously undulating. Please.
First of all, let me start prestissimo. The handwriting is already on the wall. Right? This. Anyways, sorry.
Greg, please go ahead.
Okay, so portion to section 141, 142, 145. If you do a community reading on the construments of that provision, an article is by law foreclosed from having a sip of the vice presidential Arabian tea, if you may. He's foreclosed constitutionally. So it has to be an OB or someone else deputizing. So now, if it has to be an OB, this is where I'm driving at. Right? If it has to be an OB, then I'm basically saying that do not say, since it will be an OB, Atiku, Amici, to hell. Don't say that, because you will need them.
Greg, I'm sure you missed this, but we need
Does
to
the constitution, please? Does the constitution say, because you quoted the constitution and you said they have to be an
listeners? Yeah.
What do you mean? Does the constitution say that? Hold on.
Color quiet.
Big.
I can't hear anyone. Oh, I beg. I can't hear anyone. I have to hop off and come back again. Refresh and come back. Tudo, I beg, pull me back up when I return. kind of stuck. I don't know.
Exactly.
Hold on.
Exactly.
See, is there a cap to a number of times you can be a VP on the Constitution? That's another question. Because
Greg, as a lawyer, can you answer that question? Is there a cap to the number of times you can become a vice president in the Constitution? Greg, double tap and unmute.
He's muted already. He's unmuted
Okay.
already.
Can you hear me? Am I audible now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, so now Atiku has done vice presidential roles for nominations. He's served that nomination twice under an OBJ's presidency. Now he's foreclosed from holding on to that position.
Please, can you refer us to the constitutional provision that makes a cap?
Can you hear me?
Greg, for the sanity of listeners, there are attached.
Yeah.
Please hold on. There are attached. Platforms that are listening, and we cannot make a mockery of ourselves. For the sanity of listeners.
Jago. So according to section 137.3, I think Greg just said it. You can only have 2 terms of VP. 2 terms
Can you
of
read
VP,
it,
4 years.
please?
Yeah.
Can you read that? Can you read that? Listen, can you read it out? Please find it and read it out.
Okay, I'm just reading from AI, right? He said, according to the 1999 Constitution, as amended, a person can be elected as vice president for a maximum of 2 terms, 4 years per term, similar to the presidential term limits. The vice president is elected alongside the president, and they can be elected for 1 additional term. Yeah. So, as it stands, Atiku cannot become
It's completely out.
What? What did you say?
There's an additional clause to that amendment. Read it.
Hold on, please.
All right, guys. Hold on, Field Marshal.
Hold on, Field Marshal.
All right, Field Marshal.
I'm not a lawyer. I'm only reading what AI gave me. Abiodun, you are a lawyer.
Let us not take AI.
No, Jagun,
Let's
please.
take Abiodun. Abiodun is another learned person.
He's a lawyer, exactly. Please answer the question. Abiodun, please answer, Mr. Barrister Abiodun. Go ahead. Greg, we'll come back to you. Just hold on.
Well, look, the truth is that the Nigerian Constitution does not specifically forbid Atiku Abubakar from serving as vice president again. There is no term limit provision in the Nigerian Constitution for vice president. There's an 8-year, there's a 2-term limit for the president. Okay, so I am not sure I understand what the other fellow was talking about.
Mr. Abiodun, so you are telling me what I just read from AI is wrong,
so
right?
if Atiku had succeeded Obasanjo, because he completed 8 years with
very logical.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So he's only limited to a term. I think that's the amendment in 2018.
Absolutely not. The constitution limits a 2-term for the president, for the office of the president, not the office of the vice president.
No. If a vice president serves with a president and serves out his 2 terms, then the 2018 amendment
to have served out 8 years.
I'm sorry.
The ticket of a president and a vice president is joint.
Yes, it is joint. He's right.
So if the president serves 8 years, it is deemed that his tenure is endured in 8 years.
The Constitution provision
he doesn't say anything about
vice president. It's only president. It's only president. Yeah.
So him serving now as vice president 8-year term, he can only become president 1 term. That's what under the 2018 amendment with Buhari.
Yes. Yes, signed
No,
into law.
Tudo, this one you are talking about, right? It's a different one.
Yeah, no,
This one can only be applied.
if he
Hold
was
on,
the
it
head
can
of
only
the
be.
ticket.
Please
Yeah.
wait. No, please wait. It's this one that you are talking about would only be applied to Jonathan, for example, who served after Yaradua died,
and he
then
took on
according to the amendment. Yes, he's only entitled to one term since he has served. Exactly. But for vice presidency, except what I'm reading is wrong, for vice presidency, as long as there's no restriction, so he can become vice president for 10 times, 15 times, 20 times. That's what you are saying.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
So, Greg, what you are saying is opposite of what they are saying. I don't get it.
I would rather.
Dr. O, the office of the vice president there are no specific clause or provision in the Nigerian constitution that limits the term of the rest of the office of the vice president. The office of the vice president. So the president has a 2-term limit, meaning that he cannot run for president after the 2-term limit.
Oh yeah,
it's completed.
I had to.
But the vice president can be vice president.
I had to.
He can be vice president another time. Can be again and again. There are no specific clause or provisions that say the vice president.
Abiodun, there is another argument that someone is bringing in the background that he can be president as many times as possible, but OBJ can be president and he can be VP to OBJ again. That is another interpretation to it.
Well, I'm yet to see any particular clause or provision in the Constitution that discusses that or guides us on that. And I will not discuss anything that is not expressly provided for in that framework. What is clearly provided for is conditions for the office of the president. There are no conditions to a term limit for the office of the vice president.
I agree with you.
Yeah, so let's move on. Guys, let's just move forward. So the bottom line is that what you call it, Abiodun is right. You know, there are no constitutional limits under our laws to how many times somebody can be vice president. But under the 2018 amendment, if you serve out these 2 full terms with your principal, right, you can only come back and be president one term. That's what the clause is under that amendment. So, but we're not talking about him coming to serve as president. The bone of contention is, can he be vice president again? Under our laws, he can. Period. He can. All right, Greg Ofalos, take us to where we go so that we can know.
Now, if he contests for the vice presidential slots, assuming but not conceding that Anobi clinches it, or let's say an El-Rufai clinches it, and maybe an Amici or Anobi takes the vice presidential slots, assuming but not conceding, do we then now say that since El-Rufai has gotten it, which is all wrong, all shades of wrong, which is like guiding?
He doesn't appear abandoned. Peter Obi has been going and campaigning with him. But your principal article has not made single tweet.
I take exceptions to that. I take exceptions to that.
Your principal. Why do you take exception when you heard in the newspaper that they are saying article?
I am not an article freak. I am not an article. I don't support. I do not support articles. I am not under his voucher.
Let us sustain Honorable Greg. Let us sustain Madam.
Honorable, in Abuja. Greg, you're in Abuja. Have you campaigned for Dr. Mo? Have you done that? Has your principal article done that? And
for emphasis, article is not my paymaster.
Please,
if you have a paymaster, I don't.
Please wait. Malam, please.
Everywhere. Everywhere. You guys don't know the law. You don't know the law.
Please wait.
Greg, you don't know the law. Show me the law in ADC that said that article should not go and campaign for Dr. Mo. Show me the law. You don't know the law.
These are the errors we are seeking to be remediated. It's all states of wrong. It is all states of wrong. And that is what balkanization is doing That
Why
is
you
what
don't know the law?
balkanization in the party
Show
is
me
doing.
where you have
When you
campaign for
balkanize the
Dr.
party
Mo.
into
Show
divide,
me
you
where
would have all
Dr.
of these shenanigans
Omoye
playing up before your
and
faces.
campaign for
All
Dr.
right,
Mo.
all
That
right.
is why
You
some
are
of us
here
are
Malam,
thinking that we
speaking
Malam,
continue this
nonsense.
divide. There should be
you've thrown a
existing
sucker
no
punch.
divide.
Greg Ofalos, wait. Malam, you've thrown a sucker punch. Let's let Greg answer. Greg
Yeah, yeah.
Ofalos, why is it that Peter Obi is the only one out there, right, in the trenches
No,
with Dr.
let's even
Mo?
personalize
Why?
it. Greg, why have you not campaigned for Dr. Mo as an ADC member?
Exactly. Who lives in Abuja?
Why
Who
have
lives in
you?
Amak?
You are,
Why?
and you live in
Okay,
Amak. You live in
Yes.
Abuja.
Why?
Why
Have you
not?
not gone out with Dr. Mo? Why?
Frankly, let's begin this way. Frankly, first off, I am not an EDC member because I don't have my membership card, so I am not.
But you have been advocating for
Secondly,
Nobody
ADC
has,
for
wait
I don't
now,
have
advocating
wait.
for
my
ADC.
ADC
Secondly,
What are you
member.
saying?
One
secondly,
of my members,
I would
I
rather,
do not know my
by
card that I
procedure,
am campaigning
I can
for
only be
Dr.
deemed
Mo.
a
I
valid
do not
member of
have my
ADC
card. You
upon
don't need to have
receipt of
your
the
card to
membership
do
card
that.
issued me by the party.
You
Order,
hypocrites.
All right?
order.
Until I am
Point
in
of
receipt
order. Point of
of a
order.
membership card
Point
issued
of
me by the
order.
party, I am not
Point of order.
a
Point
party
of
carrying
order.
member.
Honorable.
Okay, Greg, you have been on from spaces to spaces, junketing like your president from country to country, advocating for everything against Peter Obi in ADC. And here you are telling us that you cannot go and advocate for a man already in ADC and contesting for the chairmanship of Ahmad in an environment where you live. Who are you actually fooling?
Dr. O, let me trumpet your thought line.
Please, Vuvuzela my thought line. Vuvuzela it. Don't just trumpet it. Vuvuzela
it. Greg,
Distinguished,
you do not need.
You and Greg Ofalos. Are you not? I think you are in the same WhatsApp group.
Greg, I don't think you need to be a member of a political organization to support a candidate, just like Mo
See,
in Abuja.
welcome.
So your
What we
excuse
go
is
do now?
flimsy at best.
When we rest.
All right,
When we
my brother,
upload
my lane
inside
colleague.
house, rest.
All right, let us find a more strong ground to argue from to sustain your argument. Honorable, you have the mic.
See,
Yeah, before we give the mic back to Greg. Greg,
welcome.
when you came online, when you came on this space, you started your
All this head,
higgledy conversation with
let
you
us
overheard some a Nigerian saying that except the ticket is given to somebody, that Tinubu cannot be ousted. So I want to ask you, Mr. Greg, as a learned man, what is the population of Nigeria, and what gives you the temerity to conclude that hearing from one person is enough for you to statistically draw your conclusion that man the person mentioned is the only one that can oust the junketing president of today? Please go ahead.
Don't say you there close to courage. What's up? We rest.
Greg is an EPC member.
Okay,
Watch the
I no, don't say that. Don't say that.
Gaslighting
Don't say that.
101. Gaslighting
Don't say that.
101. It's an APC member.
We know.
Let me say this sincerely. The only reason why I what did I think was the essentials? The essentials of everybody working together. I didn't reference it because
Jesus! Working together is making one candidate
Greg,
a president.
How did you get your degree?
Harry, grab your
That
mic.
is the
Harry,
conclusion
grab your
you
mic.
drew
I
from
sent
that
you the mic.
conversation.
Harry.
How did you get your degree? I am beginning to question your degree, your law degree. How did you hear how did you get your degree from? How did you conclude from such a conversation that working together is? I don't get it. What are you even saying? What are you saying?
Please, I will take
This is a Greg Doss. This is a Greg Doss.
By the way,
oh my God.
Yes.
This is a Greg Doss.
By the way, no, hold up. Listen, I just want to be clear.
Be
I
clear.
referenced
Let's know
that
what you're saying. See
because
me,
I
I dey
wanted
wait
us
for
to
your
understand that
response.
we all
So
need
may
to
you
be
let me
together.
know. Whether I pack
All
up
No,
right.
next time.
Whether or
no,
not,
And to be
whether or not,
together,
no,
a candidate
no,
must be at the top, and the other candidate will be a
whether
VP.
or not
no.
To
an
be
Obi gets
together.
That
it,
conclusion,
whether an Obi
that
gets it,
conclusion is
an
the most,
Atiku gets it, I don't give an F.
Good evening,
My
everybody.
interest.
Good evening.
You're full of shit, Greg Ofalos. You and your lame ass vocabulary. We don't get. We don't miss road.
Tudo, let's ask this question.
No,
before
he's done. His
Ofalos
ass is done.
he's done actually.
Done.
He's done.
He
Yeah,
just
seriously,
committed a
he's done.
sacrilege. He said,
Yeah.
you know, hear what he said? I don't actually give an F whether Atiku or Obi get a ticket. Are you serious?
And why are you here?
Why are you here, Greg Ofalos?
He's
Why are you
APC
here?
now.
Greg Ofalos.
Why are
You
you
dey
here?
straight the bungalow.
You're just
Honorable,
a moronic man who knows how to speak
distinguished.
English. That is all.
Tudo, you know
You
that.
don't
Distinguished.
Tudo,
you don't care.
Tudo,
Why
see,
are you here?
we all know
Fellow,
these
Why are
things.
you
Tudo,
here?
fellow distinguished.
Tudo, we know that. Tudo, we know that.
Greg,
Two
hold on,
factors.
Greg.
Wait
Hold
now,
on, Greg.
Let
Before
me
you move
say
on
something.
any further. Greg,
Okay.
hold on.
Wait,
Greg,
Jax. Good evening, guys. I think you guys, one question you should ask Greg, because he mentioned the word balkanizing. You understand? And I want to understand that word as division of the party. Now, I want to ask Greg, do you think there is any kind of balkanizing or balkanization the Obedience will do that will be worse than Atiku's son being in the APC?
This is what we are saying. Atiku's son joining APC is exclusive right. No, it's exclusive right. Let's leave Atiku out of this. I'm basically saying, no, listen. Now you
Let
asked the
us leave
question. Let
Atiku
me
out
respond.
of
Why would
this.
you
Why
leave
would
Atiku
you
out
leave
of
Leave
this?
his
Atiku
son.
out
His
of
son is an
the
adult.
Why
equation?
should
His son is an adult.
answer
He
the
should take his
goddamn
decision.
question?
It's the same
Answer the
way.
question.
It's the same way that
wasting
Amiki's
our
talk.
time.
Distinguished.
Answer the
All right,
question.
Greg, you're
Answer
done.
the
Get the
question.
fuck
You
out.
don't know what
Greg,
you're
you are
saying.
done already.
I dropped
You are
the
done. I
ass.
can't even take it anymore.
I
You are
dropped
done.
that.
Moron.
He's a motherfucker. Let's move on.
I wanted to ask you something. We are having this meeting on other platform, and you allow this guy to come here. You understand? This guy is supposed to go to their coven to spay these beans there. We don't need this kind of talk here. You shouldn't have allowed the
Wasting
guy.
our time up and
We don't
down.
need it. You understand me? Speaking what nobody understands. He's supposed to go to their coven. Why is he passing the message to us? We don't need it. Let them just take common sense. Let them take common sense. What you have been trying for since last year, you never convinced any single person. You think that you are going to convince anybody?
We did not bring him up to convince him. We just wanted to have a comment.
We just need a punching bag.
Exactly. We needed a punching bag and a comedy break. He's an interlude.
Dr. O and Jax, this friendship one I don't they do with that God. Not good though. I don't they learn bad thing. Because I waiting that God they do with this. So you guys need to face your good governance.
We can all play the game now. Everyone can play the game, man.
Bro, this guy is just wasting our time, wasting our time up and down, contradicting himself, shooting himself in the leg.
That was. Tell me you did not enjoy the English language session. I wrote down. He said, "Hold on. Hold on. I wrote down.
Hold on. Nobody takes people like that seriously. We just want.
I agree, but I took my pen and my paper.
Just for fun.
Yes, exactly. And I wrote down. And he said, we need a potpourri of hunchus. A potpourri.
Sometimes when you have a stretch, when you have a stretch of conversation, AJ. When you have a stretch of conversation, you need such
Jack, hold on. Let me finish my vocabulary distribution. We need a potpourri of hunchus in the ADC to have a variegation of.
Brother, stop this. Don't stop this alluting. Let us move the mic.
Now we needed our fire department to get some practice, section. Our fire department to get some with your flamethrowers.
All right, now who is going next, please? Tudo.
I think that one should go next now. He's been here longest.
Yeah, but Dr. O, I think what Echezona said should not be taken lightly, because when you go to the spaces of these guys, you do not hear them or see them give mics to some of your guys to sell your market. All right. I think you guys have not learned anything from 2023. You have not learned anything in this propaganda agenda game.
But
the mic.
Harry, if you mind, if you go to their spaces, at best 40, 30, but we use them as interlude here. Look, some materials are for props, instructional materials.
We just
use them as
wanted
the
to have
props here
fun.
so that
We know this Grego Fallos. We know him.
everybody know him now.
Yeah, we just wanted to have an interlude because it felt that we're celebrating too much. We needed to drop the adrenaline a little bit and top it up.
Over, so let's go
exactly.
on.
The break is over. Now we go back to our normal service. Normal service has resumed. That's how it is. I hope our TikTok and YouTube fans enjoyed the conversation, the English language vocabulary. No, by the way, Greg is from, I think he's from Port Harcourt, Rivers State. He's the younger brother of the man from Edo State, Patrick Obayabon. My joy in the whole conversation is that if Obayabon exits this world for the next 50 years, we still have somebody that will replace him and remind us of who he is. And that is Greg. So that is it. Thank you. Let's move the mic. Dawoch, go. Dawoch, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. I'm just flabbergasted and I'm straight jacketed. Waiting now. Person go the chop and the jam. You go come hook for neck. When no be bone. Well, that is by the way. This guy he won't come make me run, come off from inside my room. Just to check whether my rooftop go blow, come off. What is it? What is it? Are we doing him and Wole Soyinka supposed to go the rough shoulder? No be here. It's too much for us here. Anyway, that is just by the way. Now I think Avery that has been shouting all these days that obedience, if they don't need them, they need to go out and go out of the party. She don't say now we be landlord. We they tell her that time. Say Peter Obi no be your mate. You know be our principal mate.
That was. No vex. No, they mention small fry name for our conversation.
All right, sir. Apologies,
focus on the big people, not inconsequential people. I beg.
Apologies. Thank you very much, sir. So at this juncture, please, like Ichi has emphasized, as a platform is for fire. There is no water to quench the fire in that platform. And as it is now, you need, as an obedient, you need to hold your head high up in the sky. You are a proud, son of a father that owns a whole estate. Your father is the landlord. So anybody asks you who gives you the right to talk like this, tell him don't you know my father?
Their father.
Their father. Ogbeni Ogetiegba. The father, their father, grandfather. You understand what I'm saying? I don't speak English. Now clap for me now. So please, let no obedience be intimidated in any platform, even on a street meeting. Tell them we owned AGC, we paid for it before you started coming. That's why I respect Peter Obi. Today, Silam, I can't throw the key. Say Peter Obi is a strategist. He has been working on the ground. So I want to confidently say, I trust my father. He go come out for this presidential ticket, whether they like him or not. Somebody go call the sell oil here. They talk say he overheard that they say if Atiku, why didn't he put Peter Obi first? If Atiku and Peter Obi has the ticket, they've sealed up. And then Malam was trying to, tell him that he had some people talking. You now put Peter Obi first. That is what made Greg angry. I will say it again. As an obedient, whether you are a new convert, or you are a rock of ages, or you are a medium, premium, whatever you are, as far as obedient blood runs in your vein, you want a workable Nigeria. Don't be intimidated to face whoever speaks to you as an ADC member that your father owns the estate. And whoever says that Atiku is a born vice president,
tenant.
You should just accept it. Yes, you should just accept it and be going vice president till he gets to 85 and retire. He has done vice president for Obasanjo. He should come again and do vice president for us. Simple. Else, let him take the back seat as a honorable retired politician. So that is, I'm going to make a video now regarding with an AI. I just learned AI, so I want to experiment the AI stuff. Okay, Brown taught me AI, so I want to do some experimentation. I will now. God, this English no sweet from my mouth. I hope Greg can just borrow me some English. I will use it to bring out just a point why Atiku is not suitable for the presidency, and we will now throw that, and we'll now come with other videos. I want to appreciate everyone here for standing forth. We joke with some things, we bring them as an interlude to break the stiffness of the argument, to make us while away some strong heated room, to make it cool a little bit as it is now. But I appreciate everyone. Tudo, Dr. Ojagun, and Malam. I didn't see your Hanu. I didn't see your Hanu. No grief for them. We go carry them go where they don't know. Thank you very much, everyone. Mr. Kolade.
I know go
my
principal is Atiku. My principal is Atiku. I know go see. You guys cannot push him to be a president. He's too old to be a VP for you guys. I know agree. You guys have been pushing him. The other people are pushing him for president. You guys are pushing him for VP. I will not agree. My principal.
Honorable. Off your mic. Okay. Who's going on, Dr.
Let's move the mic. Let's take Mr. Abiodun. That was, thank you for the submission. Let's take Mr. Abiodun. Oh, barrister lawyer Abiodun.
Yo, I don't know what is sub for this space. So,
hey, barrister, please speak that Yoruba Chinese for us with the shift.
Now, since appointment, how will votes be counted? There's no plan to count votes and no electoral reform. The people when they fight that one, they fight. The people when they fight for electoral reform,
Abiodun, you need to ask. You don't see those two guys standing top left corner of the stage.
They never discuss the matter. So if that's one you want to be your fight, then you can join the people that are fighting it. And then the one if you do, we they do so. You understand? I get we need to talk.
Why? Wait. Say it's Abiodun that is sounding like this. Everybody is going radical.
Jagu, please mute your mic.
You
just enjoy this vibe. What's your problem?
Seeds. I'm sorry. You cannot say that. You not feel your campus sansan for the work when I did. You cannot say that it's a waste of energy. No, Mbano. I refuse that.
I just Doctor, when I wrote that my
if that is what you want to talk about, you can join those that are already
talking about
the electoral.
I vexed at the end.
Or you can, then push something on your social media page and focus on electoral reform. That's what needs to happen. We cannot all be talking about the same thing.
That's how I come in now. In fact,
I saw it now. I saw it.
Go do so much, right?
That's my new way of introducing myself on Ninja Space. I must greet the
delegates in ADC. If not, Atiku will pick it. Are you part of the ADC? Sydney, have you joined?
Obedient Ninja Space.
Have you gingered people to join as well? You understand? Right now. So everybody,
so anybody
can join and also be a part of the delegate to join.
Yeah.
So everybody already with their dollars.
Exactly. I don't enter Vex.
The real option is Trump influencing the election. We'll see how that goes. Everybody cannot play their cards out like that. All this stuff doesn't help. You need different gatekeepers. Well, we are doing what we can do. Everybody does what they can do. You can use your own social media.
Don't finish their own
thing too. You understand? We cannot all be the same thing.
Suspending online registration? Now that one a deal.
We cannot be doing less talk. You guys don't know what's going on. We cannot be doing less talk. I'm sorry. It has to be more. And you don't know the workings that's going on behind the scenes. Tracy, you don't know. So, I don't know. Let it alienate people. Yes.
Anyway, thank you guys. That's what I want to say.
Diplomacy. How has it helped Nigeria? Please tell us. How has it
Pressure Tiwa.
Are you part of the delegates? Are you registered with ADC? Are you
Let's
in
move the
ADC?
mic. Onimale, are you there?
Who are the gatekeepers? How about you get?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, can you guys hear me? I can hear everybody. Good evening.
Everybody not go there the same page. Now the one we
Ọmọ ẹlòkù mẹtẹ àtàlẹ jẹjẹ bí ẹni tí òróbìnrin rí.
Ọkùnrin ń ké sí yẹn one on one. Ẹkùnrin ń ké sí yẹn. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi kò ní bàjẹ́. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ṣé wọn kí wọ́n sọ fún yín pé Òbí ló ní sí àgbẹ̀yìn.
Just align where we are not zombies.
Òbí òun ló ní sí àgbẹ̀yìn one on one kọ́ bọ́lẹ̀ ń bẹ̀.
Onimale, Nick, one Nigeria.
Yeah. I go see me Sam.
Electoral
I'm just trying to, like, he knows what I'm talking about.
We want electoral reform. How many?
He knows what I'm talking like. I'm always telling him.
How many of you participated?
The last laugh now Obi get down.
When we were retweeting, where were you?
The last laugh.
So everybody do your own.
But
don't know somebody else.
All these things, nobody who won't vote for Atiku.
I beg.
They didn't know. This coalition from day one.
Let's talk. Sorry, not on X. People have very strong opinions.
Oh, this person did
like X.
I
don't know if you listen to Amadi's speech, Dr. Sam Amadi's speech.
I know what I'm talking about.
I streamed it.
They don't see the game. Yeah, they see the game where they play.
You guys don't know what's going on. You don't know the propaganda that they are
pushing. I like this as we did. Say,
everybody
people talk about. Some people they talk about Atiku. Some people they talk about Obi. Make everybody day like that. Everybody make it day like that. You know, go see when the time reach.
If you know
the
that
people will come there and they go announce what they say.
Focus. Go and find Peter Aka.
People will go announce. Say, okay, hello guys, this is my position and I'm stepping down for this person.
We want to push out on social media.
Now go see say
we are
Obi get the last laugh.
Push, no impact. Because
I like her like this. You know, if
everybody does their own, if everybody joins the social
someone
media,
is showing up now like you are saying Obi's president.
Maybe it will have some headway, but
we'll spread out now. When the time comes.
It's division.
When the time comes, people will go put hand for hug. The
electoral reform.
Say me, I come buy flight. They go and just say I won't go vote for Atiku.
Let me know. See this.
What we need now means I don't leave that.
But you cannot come
in that primary in that areas. I don't leave that side. I don't say one on one. If they no give Obi, make her die. Now who get them before? Obi start this thing by himself.
Know the propaganda. These people are doing.
When he go Labour Party on his own with us,
denigrating the obedient movement.
Okay, what you going to do again? Also about the own affair now. Okay, you can't leave her like that. No, you can't go with the time. I'm saying
you guys know that they are not allowing Obi to register.
Obi is not a person.
You know that
that's going to be fronting. Make the game they go like that.
They gave numbers. Numbers are
even the phone. They
have to go to the location physically.
Make the game they go. When the time come, and go see film.
People don't know what's going on.
All what we need to do is that we should keep how we can keep showing what Obi is going to do, what he's going to do. Leave it and leave. All those one they don't do the game.
If
you can see that in that campaign in Abuja for Dr. Mo, who is going? Obi gets the Mo say, "He go watch me one thing.
We are pushing it."
That's why a businessman do. Why you invest with us
on social media? So everybody.
You don't see him. You want to call it disturb yourself. I don't see the streets. I don't see the game. There from the start. So why are we not disturbing ourselves? I just see they don't give Obi, make her die. Say I don't see him. Say everything is ready. People, Tinubu go to send people. When I go to talk saying
they abuse people. They drag the man.
They won't do the moral. They won't do the moral. That's why they're coming with that. Atiku, who won't vote for him? Who? Even when you start saying Tinubu don't fuck off, people don't know say Tinubu don't fuck off. Now why? They record Atiku so that they go feel say Atiku get chance. Which kind of chance with that? Against Tinubu, nobody go come out. Nobody go come outside. They'll just be listening.
Yes, we are mobsters proudly.
When Tinubu
was nobody called them mobsters.
How make we see them now from the start? Now we get this game.
We are mobsters.
Normal.
Yes.
That's why we win the election where everybody know. Okay, what you can't do? I go still can't invest now. This time I'm a game where I win. Well, what I go do now? I go find fighters. On to my Jafumi. On to my your family, no. Now go see him. Emari 2026, 27. If I fight, talk about the 20 Tinubu wale again. Yeah, my share one. Fight, yeah, my share one. If you go allow Tinubu win it again, himself no. That's it. They won't give it all. They won't give it all. And we can't tell us that they say why in the go say in go join waiting day from the start. Making a reason now. Now who start this game? Why when I call it the same? Everybody now this in the street. Tinubu na street. No, you can't win him in a direct way. You can't use street to win now. Obi is just a very, very 100% person. And I love the game when they play. I love his character. Very humble and selfless. And God said, I'll always be behind the humble. There's no way. Also, not bad, yo. All not fair. 27 is for us. So, more leave them articles. More leave those one. It's how we can do our things now. How we can get people to come out on that day. See it as a day. See that day as a day job. See that day as the full day shift. Say the see one I really dupe you.
Now see, do I find my trouble this? I
go
drag anybody, including you, Tracy.
Let's stop people what is going on. No, be say we will leave all this article, all this thing. Don't want to talk about them. She article talk saying that you want to become president. She not down her. You don't talk anything.
Make I use time ask the question.
You just it's okay. Any good day. I would love to when the time comes. Everybody serious just to chingasa for there. Yes, now. Because I think never go back to in Dubai. You never go to Dubai. Don't go to Chi. Who they run an hand? Who they give school money? Who they give nurses? Who they go one or two places? I took about what? Hey, you know the reason I mean. More leave all those articles or article be at you. More study to think about what go happen on that election day. How we go defend our votes. See, me can tell you something. Do you know? Maybe and I'll round up this scope. See, Tinubu get one scope. We're in Lagos State. Are you getting me? If you be councillor and you come in from other party, within 1 year, are you getting me? They will make sure you join APC.
Now fear making at the ask.
No be saying what are the year.
No, now here the response. I go ask. I don't raise my hand. I go ask.
Now what are the C? They will make sure you join APC. So many of my street brothers.
May I ask?
If they enter from PDP, they will make sure they join APC. Because they want to be continuing. They want to continue that making Nigeria more going to hunger. That cut. So if they are not make everybody join APC, do you know what they are doing? That they are using that emotional blackmailing that okay now, well everybody is now in APC, nobody can contest against them. Well, on that election day, me I'll go and play. Me I'll just sit down in my house. That's Tinubu's game. Because in any local government elections, no other party member will come out like that. Now only APC members. And only APC members, not Ikodu. See, only APC members. When the members come out, and when they see maybe the other people that came out, they will have to go and start knocking people's house. Yalabaja, walo diboni, about 10,000. Ya Michael, walo diboni, about 10,000. That's what they do. That 2023 election, my friend was telling me that Peter will be sweep everywhere for the Kudu because people come out willingly. That's what we need. That willingness. How we can continue to put in people's house. So on that election day, we got to come out. Because now, Tinubu go on spend money. That last time, we don't see money spent. Now, they go on spend money. But let me tell you something. The highest, for 1 polling unit, the highest amount where they give one person, we go give person money for there. You know, we pass either 500,000 or 1 million naira. and they not born the person where when they give a woman in there, may come talk to him, go one share the all the woman there. To go kiss you something. To go keep so like if you keep 500,000 for himself on that election day, if you see 300 people there, he not bribe everyone. But if you see 50 people there, he go bribe some and win the election. Now the game which nobody play with that. Make them relax inside. So the people that will come out, I can be able to buy them. Also about your own affair. Now game that they play for us. This election you have to win is more leave all those articles that no be nobody. People go buy. Just people go buy flights. Can't say they won't go vote. Article get any diaspora meeting in the last 3 or 4 years. Who they go up and down. They connect people to each other. So I can't say people can't join them without guaranteeing saying I mean get this thing, but me not support me, make not deal with me. Now know that the last time I won, confirm, yeah, PDP confirm, everybody confirm. Okay, I won. Now I need some support. Make this guy in a sense destroy this country. At least let's stop him.
Okay.
And I'm the only one that can champion it because of the people that I have behind me.
All right.
Who are to get? Now money they collect for your hand.
Oniwale, thank you.
Yeah. Please, I beg please, Tudo, I have a question, right, from my channel, a comment somebody left there. I just want someone maybe in the house that may be able to respond. So the person said, all this talk, T-Pain go dey laugh, results have been written, no. All this headache when the main issue of INEC is not in our hand, right? And then the person went further to say, first, have you ever seen the current INEC chairman say anything about anything since appointment? How will votes be counted? There's no plan to count votes and no electoral reforms that have happened. So all this talk is a waste of energy when the push should be electoral reforms. For Obi to be on ballot, obedience must be the majority of the delegates in the ADC. If not, Atiku will pick the ticket with serious dollars, which is still relevant in Nigerian politics. The real option is Trump influencing the election. All this talk, how does it help? You need different gatekeepers. This type of talk can alienate people politics. People politics is diplomacy. Also, do they have delegate voting rights? Because when the chips are down, that will matter. There are gatekeepers who will control the delegate. Me, I para for the person, but I just wanted to bring this to the house to hear what you guys take is, because I do know that they haven't signed the new electoral reform. So that's it.
Yeah. It's a great question. We're not going to dismiss it. Colade, jump in, and then we'll
All right. All right. Yeah, that's a great question, to be frank. But this is what the person needs to know. We do not have control over, in quotes, electoral reform. And that has been the challenge. Okay? People have advocated, people have protested, people have done everything they need to do, which is within their control. So now, what is left to be done is in the control of those who are in power. So that is why we cannot put all our eggs in that basket. So our duty is to prepare for the worst. So if then it happens, it's to our advantage. If it doesn't happen, we are already prepared for it. So that is why you see us right now. We are behaving, we are doing everything, we are planning like we have no electoral reform, like we are still going to go madness for madness. Reform side. If it was within our powers, we would have done it a long time ago. So that is what the person needs to understand. And there is no time for us right now. Election is just a couple of months to come. So that is that on that side. Then on the side of delegates, yes, we know this. And that is why you see us mount pressure. What we are doing is we are mounting pressure. People come listening. He is listening right now. He is able to, I'm sure we'll have gotten one or two things from this talk we've been having. The same way he's listening, people in media are listening. people who have voices, people who are influential, people who can get things done, they are listening. And we are also passing message. And it is more than just this talk, things we're having online. People are doing things in the grassroots. As we are talking, we are doing in the grassroots. Like he mentioned or she mentioned about, delegates, like rigging. We know all this. So what can we do with people in there? What if our people are not part of the delegates? So this is why you see us again come on and begin to open people's eyes to say, consensus candidates we want. And that is why you see us mount the pressure, promote the best candidate. That is why we can't keep quiet. We have to keep talking about the best candidate so that the entire world knows who is the best candidate, who can help us defeat Tinubu. And if the party chooses to do otherwise, then it is clear to the entire world that it is the party that messed things up and not in quote the best candidate or hope that's the person.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Kolade. Yeah.
Take turn.
Let me give you all this information real quick. Here is ADC chairman. I'm asking him some questions. I would not mind if some of us can go and verify this consensus question and
no, Mag, I'm sorry. I am not going. Anyone want to go
don't
there?
Have to go.
Yeah, because those. Let me say this, please. Those guys are full of shit, right? What they have been doing this whole time, right, Mag? I mean, I have respect for you, and I'll tell you my mind. Every time these ADC people come, they never, they see what we're doing. In fact, they come into I give them the mic, right? But the so-called ADC leadership, we are now at the point where we have to. They don't come to our spaces; they go to their spaces. Of those spaces, you call us divisive. So I'm never going to go there. Okay. Number two, when you go to those spaces, because they're selling article. When you go there to grab the mic and they know that you are for OB, they won't let you start. Set up, they want any understanding or any of other spaces that we host. We have a lot of Jago, Velele, I said your for fire space these days.
We have citizen meet.
For their audience, they run for our audience. To former chairman, the written, trying to. I'm gonna go. Allow me.
No, it's fine.
So any other person that wants to come.
I can't hear anything anymore. Hopping off again. I'll come back.
No, it's fine. We can keep talking. She's gonna come back.
Yeah, I'm just telling. I'm just okay. I was just saying it out. Yeah. From another angle, Dr. O and Tudor, how open and accessible are these? I mean, people in leadership to this few set of guys that are people from report. I've been trying to assess them and bring them to, I mean, divulge information, and it's been almost impossible. But yet on 31,
Doesn't that tell you? Doesn't that tell you why the line is drawn? Doesn't that tell you where the leadership is dancing towards?
Imagine
that nonsense. And
far from that, Dr. O and Tudor, far from that.
They are even hosting another space now. They are even hosting another and calling obedience radical. Calling obedience radical. Can you imagine that nonsense?
Dr. O, they had a space where they cooked up this scenario that there is one ally of Peter Obi who is, trafficking narcotic on his behalf. They held a space to do that. So these guys have gone haywire. So you can let them imagine calling the obedient a radical. Dr. O, let me ask you, are you not a radical? I am a radical. I'm a radical for change. I want the right thing to be done. So I'm a radical for it.
But the fact is, they are not ready to have a conversation. So let's just leave them and continue what we are doing. We ran them off this street in 2023. We'll do it again. They called us 4 people tweeting in a room. We told them we are a legion and we won an election. And that brings me to guns ablazing, to that question you asked, right? Please, if that person is listening to me, tell the person the APC have already played all their cards. We know what they can do. Bribery and corruption and hooliganism, thuggery, they don't have the numbers. They do not have the numbers. They only know how to suppress and oppress people in election. They either stop you from voting, or they stab you in the eye, or they write results in the collation center. So we know all their cards. And it is left for Nigerians, for you and I and everybody, to ramp up our spirits and say to them, all die and die. Because let it be known to Nigerians that why Tinubu got into power in 2025 alone, 50,000 brethren, 50,000 Nigerians, you and I, were slaughtered in Nigeria. Those people possibly refuse to fight like you and I refuse to fight during the election, during elections. If they had fought during election, maybe we would have gotten a president that would protect them and keep them alive. Those deaths, 50,000 deaths, is not the will of God. If we are killed because we have investors in power, we know what they can do. It is thuggery and bribery, and we have to stand up to them and tell them enough is enough, like they did in Kano, like they did in Abia. Abia is enjoying today because Abia stood up and said, no, you must announce the right result. Kano did the same thing. Every part of Nigeria can stand up to these hooligans who have taken over the government and tell them on election day, if you do not announce the right result, peace be unto you. Whatever that means, how you interpret it, it is your own business. That is what we have to start telling Nigerians. Because if we cower, they will keep coming to slaughter us like they have been doing, and nobody will protect us. That is what it is.
Absolutely. Let me say this real quick. So with the breaking news of what Bolaji said, calling obedience divisive, and I called him out in that my piece. You cannot do that to a major part of your coalition. The other side has no base. Obedience are moving into this coalition with an organic base. And you go on that space to ridicule the obedience, right? Now, because of what he did, it has gone national. Now, what we started here, Peter Obi or nothing, Everybody is now saying it. It's now on national TV. So to that person who has that question, it's not just talk. What we are doing here is not just talk. We started Obedient Ninjas here. Now, governors in Nigeria, they're talking about Obedient Ninjas. I'm talking about Core North. Okay? So what we do here is not just talk. My brother or my sister, whoever asks that question, we are shaping narratives. They are listening. Everybody is listening. Even government officials are listening. I get DMs all the time when we are hosting these spaces.
Sorry, Tudo. I want to say something. Please mind the language so that TikTok don't flag the stream.
I haven't said anything wrong. Have I said anything? Have I
mean, something like all this folk, I don't know.
No, I haven't. I'm still keeping it clean. Yeah, I get your point. So what I'm saying is that now with what happened, and I put forward a statement that even some of the smartest, brightest minds in Nigeria endorsed. I'm talking the likes of Sam Amadi, right? And this Peter Obi or Nothing movement has gone national. In this coalition, we'll be like, guys, maybe we goofed, maybe we messed up. Let's call these guys. Let's bring it. Let's rein it in. Let's gather everybody together on one space or one forum or something. Let's. Now I see. I'm normally when I want to start my space, I want to know if any of my friends are hosting spaces, and then now we are able to coordinate better on the back end. And I see their space. We stand with Bolaji. What does that mean? No, imagine, what does that mean? These people don't care about Peter Obi. They don't care about us. They don't care. Now I'm seeing comments. If you go on their space, the moment you start talking of Peter Obi or you start talking as if you support Peter Obi, they will drop you. They will shout you down. Whereas we let them speak here. All we ask for is come with your facts, right? Come with your facts. But they won't even let you because they have an agenda. And me, I'm going to go there and go and talk to somebody about what? We already see through them. We see what they are doing. Their objective is to undermine Peter Obi. That is their goal. The whole charade is set up to undermine Peter Obi. And they are going to learn. This is not how to run things. As a spokesperson of a coalition, you don't go on one space that you clearly know is set up to prop up one candidate and talk down on the support base of another candidate. You don't do that. That is wrong. That is completely wrong. And they will never find me on their space because they are shallow. That's all. That's all I have to say. So my person that asked that question, before I yield the mic, we are doing so much. Don't you ever undermine what we are doing on these spaces, because if there's no greater example than what just happened over the weekend, right? These spaces, they travel far. They make impact. And Bolaji just lit the torch because we were just doing our thing. JJ, they called us crazy when we were saying Peter Obi or nothing, right? When we formed Obedient Ninjas, they said we are crazy. And then he just took it and poured gasoline on it. With what he said on that space. Now we've gone global. Thank you, Bolaji. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. All right.
Let me respond quickly. Let me respond quickly to the question.
Sorry. Before you respond, I also want to tell the person that there are certain information I'm privy to, but I'm not at liberty to share in terms of grassroots organizing, in terms of organizing on the ground. So I want you to know we're not just here yapping. We are linked to our mobilization on the ground, even inside the coalition. I'm not at liberty to share some things, but believe me, that's how teed up we are. So the inside of the coalition, things are happening, but we cannot talk about them openly. Okay?
That's it. Tell the person to go download Smart Ballots. Smart Ballots is there for mobilization. Go and download it on your Apple Store, or is it iOS or Play Store, Google Play Store. Smart Ballots, download, register, and see how you can mobilize people even up to your polling units. Go do it. It's not difficult to download and register. Thank you. Go ahead and go.
But to really to kind of like the short answer to the question that was asked is we are actually fighting wars on two fronts actually, simultaneously. One of them is we are in a process of cleaning house. Okay, cleaning house. That means we are disinfecting, fumigating, and taking control of our house, which is the ADC. Okay. At the same time, we're also having to fight the criminal establishment that's entrenched. The INEC, trying to stop those people that are trying to stop good governance in Nigeria. So we are actually the soul of good governance in Nigeria, because everybody else seems to be fighting against us in trying to make sure that the rot, the stench, the bad governance continues in perpetuity. But we are the last frontier. We are the protectors we are the patriots, we are the protectors of our democracy. We are the ones that are actually fighting these wars on multiple fronts. But we're not complaining. So I'm gonna kind of summarize it with this, okay? When in chess, you don't target the king within the first 5 moves unless you're playing with a novice. Okay? In competitive chess, you want to get positional advantage, okay? So that you can dominate the center board. And when you dominate the center board, then you can now deploy your strategies to actually go after the king or the queen or the officers for your opponent. So right now, what we're trying to do is to seize control and control of the center board of the chessboard. And when we secure the center board, then we can now not only limit the moves of the opponent, but we can now actually target in multiple directions the key officers and the king, let me say the king or the queen of the opponent. So just look at this as a process where we have to first clean house and do what we're doing right now to make sure we seize control and keep civility within our ADC coalition. And so that, because if we don't have control of our ADC coalition and we don't have control of the key officers in the ADC coalition, we will not be able to fight the fight that we need to fight in terms of INEC and pushing back on these people, the establishment and all that. So we have to first do this so we can have the officers, the right generals, the right lieutenants that will be the face of the ADC. Because right now, there are questions as regarding who the faces, because they're not actually efficiently implementing some of the strategies to push back against the establishments that are trying to propagate bad governance. So when we take control, seize control, we have the right officers planted in the right places, then those officers, those lieutenants, those generals will now be able to go forward and now implement the tactics and the strategies that would when we talk about INEC and all the likes that are trying to create that perpetuity in bad governance. So that's just it's a process and we're going to get there. Thank you.
So in other words, for those of you who saw Billions, that series, that financial market series on was it on HBO? Bobby Axelrod was asked about hedge funds, and the guy said, hedge funds, we're actually like white blood cells. We're there to clean up the house, prevent bubbles. Yeah, we're gatekeepers. We're market regulators. We are here to clean house in this coalition. This house is ours. We're not going anywhere. All right. I hope all of that helps that person that asked that question. Let's move forward, guys. Great conversation. For those who just joined us, thank you for joining. It's been fun. We're here just chatting about what happened over the weekend. Let me reset the space. Allow me before I go to Chief B. It's been this conversation about our coalition, a lot of shenanigans going on. And fortunately for us, we have been right the whole time, right? Because we've been following this coalition even before they announced officially, and we were very excited about it. And then all of a sudden, we start seeing some moves that they were making, some shenanigans. Now, we are not on the inside, but we could read the tea leaves, and then we could form narratives from them. And we felt like these guys were not well intentioned. Like they had other agendas, right? So we went to town. We said no. So we formed the Obedient Ninjas, and we said we are going to push narratives. We're going to be able to speak freely and unhindered, right? And then we also started the Peter Obi or Nothing to say that you are not going to use the obedient movement to legitimize your coalition because of somebody's kind of ambition. No, we believe in a new Nigeria, and we believe that new Nigeria is not going to come from recycled leadership. It's going to come from Peter Obi. It will ride on the back of one man, and that one man is Peter Obi. So you're not going to use us just to satisfy one man's bucket list ambition. That's not going to happen. So that was why we started what we started. And people call us crazy. A lot of people come for us. Even people within the movement, they don't want to associate with us. They're just looking at us, this fringe, this fringe
I
of
remember
extremists.
those days when we were convincing our own people.
Our
Man,
own people. They don't want to identify with us. They like, these people, we'll be looking at them. Like obedient ninjas, this, obedient ninjas, that, Peter Obi or Nothing. Almost every space I was having, we were putting the hashtag Peter Obi or Nothing, Peter Obi or Nothing. It sounded crazy, right? But we still maintained our stand. That if you don't put Peter Obi as the head of this coalition, it is dead. It is dead. It is as simple as that, right? So, anyways, that conversation went on, and we're fighting all these different battles. I even went on other platforms, having debates with these people, trying to sell this message, trying to convince them that no other person comes close to Peter Obi as a candidate to give us at least a real fighting chance in the general election. So ultimately, fast forward to a few days ago, the publicity secretary, in person of Bolaji Abdullahi, before him, the coalition, they go on national TV, they go on spaces, and they undermine Peter Obi. They talk down on Peter Obi. But if it's somebody else, some of them has come out to openly say only Northern people like Kenneth can guarantee victory. People like Dele Momodu, Atiku, only some of them are as blatant as that, And then when they come on the spaces that are supposed to be ADC spaces that are supposed to be ADC run, they'll be selling a particular candidate on ADC spaces. But if our people go into those spaces to talk about Peter Obi, to prop up Peter Obi, they will shut you down. They will drop you. They won't give you mic. And we are in the same coalition. So we say we're going to keep doing our own thing. We're going to keep selling Peter Obi. We're going to keep talking about Peter Obi because it's beyond Peter Obi. We're all running, right, with Peter Obi. It's not about, you can't pay us enough to drop this mission. No, all of these people, these sycophants have been paid 2K, 3K, 50K, 100K, whatever. We want a new Nigeria, right? We don't just want to change a government. We want to change governance in our country, right? We want to change governance in our country. That is why we are doing this. We want a new country that works for everybody. And this man, Peter Obi, has been talking. He has been preaching since the last election. He's the only person that has been talking. Show me anybody else. Atiku, Amechi, who else has been going around the country preaching this gospel of a new Nigeria? It is so like commonsensical. Like it's like I don't understand. But they keep wanting to shove it down our throats. Keep shoving this other candidate down our throats. We say no, we don't go agree. And Bolaji, he comes on this space and then he says Peter Obi or Nothing is divisive. And we're not working in the interest of the coalition and whatnot. And my goodness, that was the spark we needed. Because I responded and I wrote that piece. It's pinned on a Jumbotron, guys, for those who haven't seen it. And I had the likes of Sam Amadi, Dr. Sam Amadi and Dorsey, whom we had a conversation with over there yesterday on the space. Because what I did in that piece was to explain to Bolaji, I tagged his ass. I tagged him and I said, bro, you are wrong. You are wrong. First of all, you don't come here to talk down a major organic base of your coalition. You don't do that, right? But we know who your paymaster is. We know you're working for. But I'm not going to mention that in the piece because I wanted to be polite. I wanted to be respectful. So I made the case. Why do we say Peter Obi or nothing, right? It is symbolic. It is a political identity and it captures a political awakening. In a nutshell, we are saying we are tired of the old order. A new day has arisen, a new day has dawned. Nigeria's new chapter begins now. And saying as a shield, we see through what you're doing. Peter Obi or nothing is a protective shield to say we are tired of the manipulation. You are not going to go to that room and discuss what kind of politics as usual, no more business as usual. So what they are doing.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Because yeah. And this whole electoral reform thing too. Yeah. All right, I will. I've checked. I just checked. It never come. It still never come. So it never come. I will see the monitor. Sha. No wala. All right then. Thank you.
Critical areas,
Bye.
of the, economy, you know, to be able
Chief
to
B,
move the
Chief
country.
B,
Yeah,
and
I'm
somebody
sorry, guys.
will
Oh,
not be
I know
ruling
it
us
went
from Dubai
silent.
or France. That is very
Hola,
absolutely.
important.
welcome. Oh.
Absolutely. So these are honest. This is not about hatred or about whether somebody hates anybody. It's just
Sydney, you hear the
being
response?
pragmatic. I
I
think
asked you a
that
question. No.
some of these guys
I
on the
hope
other
you were able
side,
to hear
they
me.
just shout, they just get emotional. If sometimes if they can just calm down and start to think like a normal human being and drop
Sid,
the
okay.
ego and all this anger that is going nowhere, they will
Okay,
realize that
Sid, okay.
it's actually,
I'm liking that.
nonsensical to think that
They have the
we're
level
going into an election against
intention is
Bola
to
Ahmed Tinubu
use.
in 2027,
Emmanuel, welcome. Oh.
and you believe in your mind that a
Proper
coalition
ABC
formed
for
behind Atiku
hopefully.
is the answer to the questions
Yeah,
majority of
sure.
Nigerians
No
see.
problem.
I mean,
I have to
let's be
share it
realistic.
because the way
This
I
is not about
I
emotion.
may
This
not
is
be
not
like saying
about
I just invest for
Peter or be even. It's just about
so,
common sense. Like, I mean, so you're going to,
sorry, I don't know how long.
so literally you will need
I don't know why.
a tsunami of votes that money cannot buy. The kind of passion that Nigerians had for Peter Obi in 2023 multiplied by a factor of 2.5, where even Peter Obi himself does not know how some things are happening. People just do stuff. And I think that this is the problem some of these other guys have. A lot of them do not understand the scale in the country back. And they were doing so many different things in so many different ways that sometimes you think you are the one doing the most. You don't know that other people are also doing stuff. I mean, just in a way that is unexplainable, right? And that's the kind of a thing we will need in 2027, plus extra, because the candidate Tinubu then that ran a Bala Blue campaign on a platform that was already destroyed by Buhari. I mean, at the time when we were using money to buy our own money, fuel scarcity, insecurity. So, as at that time, let people not kid themselves. We never, that was the worst we thought everything could be. We were at the lowest. And APC had a candidate that was highly uninspiring. Even APC people know what I'm saying, that Tinubu didn't say anything to inspire anybody about this prospect of being president. There was just, it was more or less like a comedy show. And now this man is now the president. And everybody knows, based on how he ran Lagos, that, Yoruba people say to I don't know how to say this in English. Once his hand touch something, before you collect it, you literally have to cut that handle, right? So that is the kind of force we need in 2027. So you can't go into that election with ordinary political arrangement where you say, I mean, it's normal politics, the daily memorials, the Dino Melai, your wear Agbada, and go and dance and dance and dance on the stage campaigns, Baba we nowhere, that is not going to work. I mean, I don't know how else we say this so that these people can just open their mind to simple, basic reasoning. That 2027 has to be something special if you want to make any serious showing. And for me, the special, and I wrap up on this note, is to throw a curveball at APC. Today, everybody believes that the North can never give concession and make sacrifice to support a Southeasterner. That exactly is the X factor in 2027. That exactly is what will shake APC. All of the dissatisfaction in the North, all of the Tinubu wants to crush us. Tinubu does not, is a god president of Lagos, is moving the federal capital territory to Lagos. All of the bottled up anger in the North, if they can just empty that into the obedient basket and then let the same obedient movement now come on. Trust me, if that arrangement happens, where the North decides to concede and give the ticket and their backing organically to Peter Obi, plus the obedient movement, I can guarantee you that a lot of people in APC that are currently feeling trapped, scared, and hopeless today will join that force. Because you see, there are a lot of people in this country that are always afraid that, look, you are playing a Russian roulette. If you go and vote for somebody and the person loses, you will suffer, because they find a way. But if they can see that combination, honestly, a lot of people will be encouraged. And you'll be shocked the kind of new voter and move this stuff forward. So, I don't know how else to say this, but people need to understand that, it's not about opening space and having a counter argument or trying to abuse people. If you like, abuse Peter Obi from now till next year. It doesn't stop him from being a billionaire. I mean, some of you were abusing him. You were probably still wearing tear pants when he was finishing as a governor of Anambra State. If Peter Obi didn't present himself to be part of this democratic process, some of you would have to fill forms to be able to even get close to where his personal assistants are. That's how highly placed an individual is, Peter Obi is. But because he had just decided to come into, throw his hat to be part of this, democratic process, every Tom, Dick, and Harry, ragamuffins, people who have no bearing, no shape, no form, no ambition, nothing, we don't know their right, they just open their mouth, and just say whatever comes, and then they start thinking later. All of that still would not change anything. It will not change the fact that, with due respect, again, I say Atiku is a weak candidate in 2027. It might appear strong to the untrained eyes, to people who are politically naive and who are just emotionally biased, who just want to win argument and show dominance. It might appear strong, but you see, the best Atiku can get is a very, is protest votes from the north, northwest, and northeast, and that's where it ends. If Peter Obi goes as a vice to Atiku, it will not only be irritating to some of us, it will be a heartbreak. It will be a betrayal of trust. It will just be every negative thing. In fact, the kind of what people are thinking will be a positive, it can actually be more, the effect can actually be more negative, much more negative, that honestly, you will be surprised. You'll be wondering where they'll be. You see all these people shouting here and there. If you count them, they are probably, I don't think they'll be up to 100K. And this is me being generous. Because we cannot have, that much number of people who don't think properly. You don't need to be too sophisticated to know that 2027, you need something special. And the only candidate who brings that special is Peter Obi. Nothing more, nothing less. Thank you very much, I yield.
Thank you very much, Chief B. Well said. All right, Dr. Owajagu, hope you guys are still there with me. I mean, I don't go sleep.
He's been there. He's been there.
He's been there. He's been there, ipso facto.
He's been die. He's been there.
Okay. Gracias, señor. Gracias. You be speaking German, I'll be speaking Spanish.
Danke schön.
All right. Let's have a Tower of Babel 2.0. Yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying this space today, Omo. We're having fun today. It's been fun.
Man, the energy level, Tudo, the energy level.
No,
energy level is ubiquitous.
It's ubiquitously cantankerous. No, I am passionate about this thing. I am very about it. I want a new Nigeria. I took my time to make the case earlier in the space. Maybe I should do that before I go to the next speaker. Nigerians, we deserve a better country, a working country, a country where we have social welfare programs that actually work, not this conditional cash transfer that we don't know who is getting it. Like an actual system that works, where Better Edu will not steal the money that was meant for poverty alleviation, and she's still walking around free. She's still walking around free.
They call the hijab woman join so that they will know that it's neither Christian or Muslim.
Yeah,
that they are
Alima, what's in their name? Alima Shiaibu, Alima Audu. Is that her name?
Whatever, yeah, something Alima, whatever. The
she
hijab
mistakenly
woman.
Transferred 400 billion.
Stop saying mistakenly. She did not mistakenly.
Allegedly, no. That was what they claimed. That was I'm saying mistakenly because that's what she said. That was what she said. Money that was meant for social welfare. For over 400. Where is she today? Does anybody know? How come Nigerians leave Nigeria? They go to other countries and they enjoy the social welfare programs in those other countries. How come a Nigerian with his wife left Nigeria, went to Canada, the wife had a child, the government gave them $6,000, $6,000, right? They were not born in Canada. Nobody's asking them, who is your father? What tribe are you? What ethnicity are you? Where are you from? Go back to your, respect your host. Respect your host. Nobody's saying that. Right? In many of these countries, they have universal health care programs, or they have government subsidized insurance programs. Okay? When you are dying, when you have an emergency, you go into the hospital. Whether you have money or not, by law, they cannot ignore you. They must treat you. By law. They must treat you, and then we can sort out the details later. Because life comes first. How many people have we watched die in Nigeria? I mean, you can't blame these hospitals because they're not there as charity organizations. They're a business too, right? They have to pay workers, they have to pay bills. So you can't really blame them like that. You blame the government. You must blame the government. That is who you blame. Whereas these people, they have the best of healthcare. If they have a headache, if they break a toenail, they are flying out of Nigeria. You always see their backs. That's all you always see, their backs. You always see their backs. Their children, their wives, everybody, they are enjoying. Now ask yourself, what gives them the right? They're not special. The difference is that they organized and they got into power. They are Nigerians. These people are Nigerians like us. We have the same birthright citizenship. The same, equal, right? Equal. Do you know what it means to be a citizen of a country? We have been so bastardized that word means nothing anymore. Our lives mean nothing. People die every day in that country. Senseless deaths, insecurity, kidnapping everywhere. People are paying ransom, and it's normal. Terrorists are openly negotiating with governments, and it's normal. How about food? Many of these countries, there are real food banks. Food banks that when you go to, right, you get the basics. You cannot die of hunger. It's impossible. They have programs that will give you cards. In America, we have EBT, we have WIC, we have so many others. You take them to restaurants, you take them to that accept them, because not all restaurants accept them. Then you go to grocery store. It cuts down how much you pay
You're
when you go
welcome.
grocery shopping.
How now, sis?
I mean, you might not be able to, so they have limitations. You may not be able to buy steak or salmon. You have to pay extra from your pocket for those ones, but you buy basics. You'll be able to eat, be able to feed yourself and your family. These things don't cost much, but corruption with these people, they pad and pay themselves and build houses in countries they don't even live in. They don't live in these countries. They build houses there. They hide money in offshore accounts, in tax havens for their children and their children's children. And we are saying, how about schools? In 2026, there are schools in Abuja that don't have roofs. Guys, think about that. The same city where our governments are talking about trillions. 58 trillion this year, our budget. 58 trillion. Our classrooms don't have roofs. Our children are defecating in the bush. Schools that don't have toilets, like things that we shouldn't even be talking about in 2026. Our children go to schools, their schools don't have toilets. I want you guys to think about that. And I could go on and on and on. Our doctors, Johesu, have they finished their strike? I think they are still striking, right? Healthcare workers. Our doctors are living in droves. They're living in Nigeria in droves. Can you blame them? ASU with their perennial strike every time. Like, we are not cursed. We can turn our country around. We really can. And we are saying that we have found a man who has done it, who keeps advocating it, and who can give us that new country. 4 years. That's all he needs. 4 years. He will rejig Nigeria and set the ship of state in the right direction that we can build on subsequently. And you people, you have collected money. You have been paid. And the candidates you want to sell to us, when we ask you for a debate, you can't sell the person. You just want us by birthright. That person is what you believe because of where the person is from. They are the only ones that can guarantee victory at the polls. Instead of you guys to join us to build a new country that works for everybody. When you go to many of these countries, the social welfare programs, you don't even need to show your face. When you are out of work, you get unemployment. They pay you, they give you a paycheck to sustain you pending the time that you find a new job if you are in between jobs. In fact, some people will even prefer to be sitting down. But you don't want to sit down at home. You want to go do something and be productive. But they pay you because they're collecting taxes when you were working, right? They were collecting taxes when you were working, so now it's time for the government to pay you back. When you are in danger, you can call a number that actually works, right? If I'm on this space and I mistakenly dial 911, as I'm here, I mistakenly dial 911 and I hang up. You will see what will happen. Cops will flood this place. Fire department, everybody, ambulance, they will surround my building because they don't know whether the reason I hang up is because somebody had a gun to my head and I couldn't speak. So they will still show up just to make sure. When are we going to have that in Nigeria? No, when are we going to have that? So we don't deserve that. It is only the politicians and their children that deserve good things in life. We don't deserve those things. That is what we're saying. We want to build a new country that works where our schools are well equipped. Eze Danino here, Malameze, he's a lecturer. He talks all the time what he goes through, where he's teaching. With the students, their labs have nothing. He has to tell their students, they simulate experiments in their minds. The real experiment they're supposed to be doing, they have to simulate them in their minds. They have to imagine them, right? Come on, these things are not expensive. When you go to the hospital, you have to buy your own gloves. You have to bring your own generator. You have to bring your own water. Come on, 22% of our hospitals don't have running water. How much is running water? No, guys, how much is running water? How much? These people are so greedy, they are demonic. How much is running water? Then Pate will come and tell you, Minister of Health, come and say he only gets 15% of budget allocation for his ministry. 15%. Despite running 3 budget cycles. Each of them getting appropriations. For each of them. Where is the money? Where is it going? We're talking about building a new country. And you people in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s, you want to sell us an octogenarian. You think the next best thing for Nigeria is somebody who is 80. I am convinced that an 80-year-old should not be running anything. Many of you, you will not let your 80-year-old father drive you. You will not let your 80-year-old grandfather drive you. You want him to go and run a country as complex as Nigeria. I will tell you this much. That person will not be in charge. Tinubu is not in charge. Tinubu is not in charge. He couldn't walk up to shake hands with the leader of the UAE. 2 people had to grab him and help him get up a few steps. That right there projects weakness. He doesn't project strength. We don't want somebody to run our country by proxy. We don't want a bunch of people calling themselves presidency running our country vicariously. We don't want that. We want a man that will be in charge of affairs of our country. That is the fight we are fighting. And if we come and be telling, because you have collected some chump change, I hope it feeds you for life. Because you have collected some chump change, you now want to be fighting us. They go on their spaces, they say we are working for APC. They call us out that we are working for APC. Can you imagine that? Why? Because we're advocating for the candidate that we believe will give us a new Nigeria. Hey, you to advocate for your own candidate now, must you call us names? Must you call us names? Must you? So the reason is you want to shush us. You want to shut us down. And that was what Bolaji did, unfortunately, on that space. Instead of you to acknowledge, see, you can't shut this down. This is beyond all of you. All of you is beyond all of you. It's about the destiny of millions of Nigeria and Nigerians yet unborn. So we are setting a new trajectory for our country. That's what we're doing. And that's why we say it is Peter Obi or nothing. Yes, I hope you guys understand. All right. We can have a new country, man. We really can. It's not rocket science. Where Nigerians in diaspora can come back home, build a new country, be secure, be safe in their own country. That's what we're saying. Look at our police force. Look at them. They're underpaid, underfunded, right? They go out and harass people on the streets every day. They shoot you dead if you don't give them bribe. Look at our soldiers getting whacked every day by the same terrorists that the government is negotiating with Operation Safe Corridor. It makes no sense. This country is in shambles. And the people that are running our country, they have no clue what they are doing. The president, the vice president, coordinating minister of the economy, they all made a beeline for Davos. They went to Davos and they were begging for money. Was Kagame at Davos? Was anybody know? Was John, what's his name? Ghanaian president. Mahama. Was he at Davos? Was he there begging for money?
Like, was Ramaphosa
at Davos begging for money? Thank you. We're saying people that will stay in the country and build their country and build infrastructures. Our electric grid just collapsed. For how many times? Oh, the first time the year, 2026. How many times last year? We've not been able to do over 4,000, 5,000 megawatts, right?
But look at the countries around us. Ethiopia just built their mega dam. Go and see how much it cost them. I mean, can you just start from the basics instead of wasting money and building road to nowhere? 30 to 33,000 kilometers truncated roads. Fix those roads. We shouldn't be having those kind of traffic jams that we're having. Look at the condition of those roads. I saw a video the other day where trailers had to park. Somebody was recording. They had to park on the side of the road. People had to park in their cars, sat there for hours because down, 1 or 2 kilometers down, there were kidnappers there. And they just shot somebody dead. It took a while before the army came. Our army, they're overstretched. Like a whole bunch of things.
That actually happened on the Biniore Road.
Biniore Road, thank you. That's the road.
Yes.
That's the road. I saw it on Arise News. So guys, we are doing this because we believe we can have a new Nigeria. A new Nigeria is really possible. It's really, really possible. And we are very close. We are very close. We can almost touch it. That is why we do what we do. All right? So let's just continue this conversation. Great so far. Thank you. Seeking will go, followed by Sam, I believe. Seeking, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Great space yesterday.
Seeking, please hold on. Don't be angry. I think after Seeking, we should go to DJJ because I just put Sam up. Sam is the last person to come up. So after Seeking, DJJ, and then Peter, OB, Naria, something like that, before we go to Sam. Sam is the last person to come up here.
Oh, okay.
So Seeking, go ahead.
I don't see the Peter, OB, Naria that you're talking about.
He's here. I can see him. He's dropping now.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, after Seeking, go to DJ.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead. Mr. Seeking, sorry, go ahead.
Great space yesterday.
Thank you. Every one of you made it happen. Thank you, the host. Thank you, Dr. O. Thank you, Jagu. Thank you, the obedient family. You made it happen. And I promise you guys, we are going to bring something bigger and bigger and bigger. We're not stopping. We are not stopping. We are targeting to change. We want a new Nigeria. Any dimension you want to take the conversation to, we will tell you we're ready. We are ready. When you were speaking, it hurt me a little bit when you went to electricity. And we are also rewarding mediocrity because the power minister, the person in charge of electricity, that the power grid that is collapsing, is telling us that it's his turn to become a governor. How? And one important industry that we gave you to manage, you could not improve. And just being the minister for how many years, you've amassed enough wealth to now become a governor of the next governor of the state. You see, this is the problem. And the biggest part of it is right now, the same people are telling us, are trying to define what opposition is, the way opposition should behave. Now, I will still say last time, and Jagu, you've had this from me again. I am not, and I don't think the obedience are interested in changing power or grabbing power. They want to change governance. That's what we are in for. And we have identified a pathway to that. We are saying, everybody, you have to key in. So one thing I want to talk about again today, Tudor, you've had this several times, and this is the key point that the ruling government is making. When they want to play you wayo, they start with certain. They give you a pictorial view of something that without a data of it.
they keep telling us, oh, why P2B, why they gave P2B third. Anyways, is I didn't say why P2B came third. Just let me be clear about why they gave P2B third. Oh, it's because Atiku was there. They shared their vote. No, that is not true. That is what you use. That is what you use to rig the election, and that the narrative you're trying to paint again. Oh yeah, if this person no, P2B came on top. He didn't need anybody to, and I still maintain it. He doesn't even need anyone. If you want to test your popularity, run a free and fair election. Let's see if P2B will not win the election. Test your popularity. So that being said, I was listening to one program today. They started painting that narrative politically. In myself, I'm saying, okay, these people have started towing this line so that their spokespeople, their own spokespeople will come back when they play a game and start using this thing again to deceive Nigerians. And I'm coming out to tell Nigerians, watch out. This is not true. This is not what happened 2023. 2027. Yesterday, during the space with Dr. Sam Amadi, and the base got energized, and I think he felt the energy. When you listen to his interview in Arise News today, he outlined something very important. And we've been saying this. He told them the difference between this obedient group and any other, whatever you call it, group, or is because they are not incentivized to do what they're doing. They are not waiting for anybody. And when we spoke about the space, and I told him, and he asked me, I said, I don't know PO. I haven't spoken with him. So most obedient that you see here today, going, knocking door to door, doing whatever you're doing, staying awake 247 to hold spaces, they don't know PO. But they know one thing: they want a better Nigeria. And they have identified a pathway to that. What is the pathway? P2B or nothing. My brothers, stand strong. Continue what you are doing. We know what you want. It's an ideology. It's an ideology. I know some people don't want to hear it, but the ideology is we want a better Nigeria. We don't want the Nigeria that somebody would take 20 billion today or 5 billion in the next 10 years, give school children 5 million, and we'll clap for them. And our media will praise them. Oh, they are doing a lot of good work. By the way, do you know the worth of that money when you took it? Do you know how many schools you would have built when you took it? Do you know how many how many ambulances you could have bought when you took that money? And you're coming back 10 years later to give the little children, to give it as a charity, and they will clap for you. We've had enough of that nonsense. We want something better. And this time we're not playing. And there are a lot of things we're going to talk about. There's a lot of things there are a lot of things we're going to talk about and going to review. And I want us to, Tudor or whenever also, the people are also going through a lot. You know, in, in Nigeria right now, you are in a situation that you get quarterly deductions on your account from your bank. You get commission, you get VAT, you get stamp duty. If you send your wife or your brother or whoever money to even buy you something, you get taxed for it. They say, oh, somebody will come and justify there is VAT tax in America. There is when we justify things with America, can you give the people the services of America? The American people are giving to their services. Are you talking about giving people returns? How are you going to balance all this? Just using your bank. Even most banks
outside Nigeria would encourage you. Most countries will encourage you to do stuff online so that you don't overburden the staff, and they give you incentives for doing that online. Instead, you tax every transaction. What are you doing with the money? And we have every part of the institution, like the banking institution. You got to go out there and make money, do a lot more business, engage the private sector. Don't overburden your customers. That's the only way of making money. And when you put 350 naira, 3 naira out of the population of that, you know how much. That's why you're posting a lot of gains without doing anything extraordinary. So, and this is why what we are talking about when it comes to governance, somebody has to do the oversight. And we know one man who can do the oversight on all these broken institutions. So let's continue to do what we're doing. You know me. If I'm here or not, if I join the space or not, if I don't join tomorrow, you know what I believe in. P2B or nothing. I'm not backing down. I don't know about you. Guys, I'm not backing down. What I've seen, and I promise you, if it was to be the other way around, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Let me put it out there. Nobody wants to hear this. If what is happening now, who would have come to the north to tell them that no, you can zone it. The South can go. If think about this situation, I know nobody wants to hear it. Reverse the situation. Do you think we'll be having this conversation now? They're threatening you to burning the country down. And we've had it before. And again, nobody is even asking you that. What we are asking is put the right guy forward. And when you talk about being opposition, you define opposition. Opposition to me means the person that wants to do it differently, not the person with the same ideology, just in different party. No, your ideology has to be the same. For myself, for my family, we have identified the pathway to the new Nigeria. P2B or nothing. Thank you all.
Dr. O, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Seeking. Thank you. I like the last part of the submission a lot. Opposition should be somebody with a different ideology, not the same ideology. And that difference, the person who brings that difference is Peter Obi. And that's why we say it's Peter Obi or nothing. Thank you very much. I think DJJ has dropped from the space. So we go to Sam. Sam, take the mic. Sam, aka the bloody Yoruba boy, are you there? Can anybody hear me?
We can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay, boss. Thank you.
I want to quickly say something. Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
I was on that space for a little bit. I tried to listening to hear what Chief Ralph was saying. I wanted to ask him a question, like what I said I was going to do, but on the other hand, I thought about it. It's best I bring him to our own talk so we can ask as many questions and grill him. So I invited him to come and come to our space, which he agreed. You know, I make sure he says he will come, and he agreed to it verbally that anytime. So we're going to put up something, and I'll reach out to him. I have his information. I know how to get to him. That's not a problem. You know, being that he's a former chairman, then we would have more than enough time to engage him. You know, so guys, let's look out for that. I think it's best that way. let him come to our own talk where we can engage him and we can have all the time to interact and have a fruitful conversation or question and answer session where these guys will not come in, start interjecting and try to, you know, make the place all rowdy and stuff like that. So I just want to let you guys know. Once I get that done, um, seeking, well, we already know now, so Tudo can take a break every now and then. But I just need to let y'all know. So let's watch out for the former ADC chairman coming on our space, and we'll see how we can engage him properly. Thank you, guys.
Big man, let me say unequivocally, Prestisibo, that I am maniacally bewildered by your wisdom to pull out this stunt that you just did. What I'm saying in essence is, I am glad and my heart is extravagantly excited and elated and magnifically and magnifyingly extrapolating the happiness from the critical
Is this
that
the
I'm
native
having.
language people speak in your doctoral class? Your doctorate class, the native language. You're still a native doctor.
Thank you for that move. That was a good move. That's a good one. I'm looking forward to being on that space. Let's really. It would be nice to have that back, to have an insight from the back door, and to really understand what is going on in this our newfound coalition. Like I said,
Big Mac,
we mount.
sorry. Big Mac, I'm sacrificing to design that flyer for free. Please reach out to me. In fact, I'll reach out to you.
Reach out. This guy is a creative man. Engineer is a creative guy with flyers and everything.
That's Peter Obi last born.
Yeah, and Peter Obi last born. The KKD of the house. Please reach out to Big Mac and do the design as soon as ASAP. Let's post it and have a Mr. Raf also on the space. Thank you, Big Mac. Thank you for that. I think you just gave us, you just honored us by doing that. Thank you. Thank you. Let's move the mic.
Let's bring the party home. Rather than attending the party. Bring it home.
I totally agree. Let's bring the party home. We are more than capable to host the party. Thank you. Mr. Sam, are you still there? Sam 1, Sam 2, Sam 3 going. Okay, Sam is not there. Let's move the mic to engineer. Engineer.
Sam, is this Sam? Is it the Sam you are talking about? Or
I have been shouting Sam, aka the Yoruba boy, for the past 36 years. You have refused to respond. What is going on? Why are you maniacally bewildered by some crinkle crankle? Please go ahead.
You've been busy. I greetings everybody. My name is Sam, aka the bloody Yoruba guy. I appreciate everyone here. And I appreciate you guys, because I remember Peter Obi or nobody, when that started, it really sounds confrontational. But yes, they say the religious people say the kingdom of God suffered violence, and the earth take it by force, you understand? And well, it is the world as it is now, we are suffering violence. Nigeria as it is today, we are the capital, we are the poverty capital of the world as a black nation. It's really unfortunate that Nigerians don't really know what is hitting them as it is right now. All of those things that Tudu was counting out is really painful, but people don't know. People are yet to understand. And it is high time we do the needful. People need to come together and hold these people accountable. See, the list, you understand? We are even making Peter Obi a standard. You get? And anybody that comes after him, that should be the basic standard as it is right now. If you look at it, all these politicians, it is hard for you to find them in prisons. And that is why you can see how they are jumping to the other party. When you come, your sins are forgiven. Money is missing. Billions of naira. Look at Yaya Bello, EFCC, toothless bulldog. If you look at it, if you look at our legislature and the system as it is, look at the tax the tax law that they said. Look at what is happening now.
You get, like somebody said, the campaign of this man that is now our president was nothing convincing. Nothing was there. It was all a joke. You understand? It was all a joke. We were even thinking it was AI. He said it himself, and he's doing it right now. You get? I've forgotten that quote, the way he said it. You understand? You cut down the earning power of the people. You expand the tax nets. What is the meaning of that? And what are we facing right now? People can't even afford to eat. If you are sick in Nigeria, you are good as dead. There's nothing about it. If you are sick in this country, as long as you don't have the money, hospitals will not treat you. Our hospitals are going strike in 2026. You understand? Just like what Trudeau said, schools don't have water. You get borehole everywhere. We don't even have a national grid. Look at our electricity as it is right now. You get a population of over 200 million. We are still battling with 5,000 megawatts, bro. So we have something needs to happen, and somebody like Peter Obi needs to happen, regardless of wherever you are coming from, regardless of your religion, your tribe. I remember then when the election was going on, I told somebody, let's bet 100,000. This man cannot win Lagos. He said it's a lie. I said, let's bet, man. At least let's just use it and play. Despite the rigging, it lost Lagos, and it will happen again. That is if Nigerians are ready. You get, and I believe this time we have seen. We were even thinking Buhari will be the worst. Look at what we are saying now. We cannot all brief for what the PDP has done because they really did a terrible job. But still, the worst era, I keep saying it, the worst era of Jonathan is competing with the best era of APC, because now they say this is the best time. You get, with all the nonsense going on right now, they say this is the best time. As it is right now, you cannot even speak against this government. See how they have gagged radio stations. You get, they can't even speak. They are quiet. Any of them that speaks now, they say you are anti-government or whatsoever. So we just need to come together, encourage ourselves, and speak truth to power. That is the only way to go, either we like it or not. We have nothing else. You get? Because at the end of the day, all of us, we cannot leave the country. You get? So thank you very much. I really love what you guys are doing. We keep pushing, and I believe there's a promised land. And we only have one country. The country has to be good. It has to be good, because as it is now, it is only working for the system, because it has been designed to be like that. You understand? It has been designed to be like that, and that is why it is working. And that is why a lot of Nigerians are just docile. And see, there's no how I will not go back to my religious leaders. You get? Because they are in bed with these people and they are quiet. Hardly will you see a top Nigerian religious person that will tell you, hold your leaders accountable. They will tell you to believe in one sky daddy. And at the end of the day, it is your leadership. Mr. Kelechi Deka, I normally follow on Facebook, we say leadership is everything and everything is connected to everything. Thank you very much. I hit the mic for now.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you very much for submission. That was very, very good to the ears. Thank you for adding your voice to this. It will be on nothing movement.
Looking forward to your own submission. Oh, thank you, Sam.
You are looking forward to who?
Your own submission.
My submission. Why? Once you give me quote, I know they submit again now.
No, you being close doesn't.
I am only here. I am only here to now vituperate. Oh my God! I am here to vituperate or vituperate. Anyway, I am here to vet something. Thank you very much. Engineer, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, you want to talk like our Leonard colleague. All right.
Engineer, hold on. Dr. O, I think what you might be trying to say is that we must halt this ludicrously lugubrious kakistocracy. We must demur against Demerend.
no onomatopoeic explanation intended. The quotidian stentorian atribulus ululation is abyss sopela. Okay, I can't even act right.
Even your daughter thinks you are mad.
My dad, is everything okay?
You know, go ahead, I beg.
Mona, calm down, I beg. Mona, calm. Sorry about that. I beg, Mona invite Sarah. May she come talk to us for space now. Now she fit on this guy. What do you mean that name? That was lawyer man. All right. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. I was on that space Big Mac was talking about earlier. I also requested the mic. I don't know what was happening. I was not going down, coming up. Lucky they will still give me the mic. I don't know which was accepting my mic.
Okay. I think I'm going to end this here because this thing keeps cutting out. I will end this here. I'll come back later. I'll see you guys later. We'll talk some more about this. I have a few videos that I will share with you guys as well. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you all. I'll see you later on. Bye.